सर्वेभ्यः ॐ श्रीपरमात्मने नमः। अथ गीताध्यानश्लोकाः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिताम् भगवता नारायणेन स्वयम् व्यासेन ग्रथिताम् पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीम् भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी तैवर्तकः केशवः। आराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथः सम्बोधनाबोधितम्। लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः तेऽपीयमानम् मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजम् कलिमलप्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे। मूकम् करोति वाचालम् पङ्गुम् लङ्घयते गिरिम् यत्कृपातमहम् वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। शान्ताकारम् भुजगशयनम् पद्मनाभम् सुरेशम् विश्वाधारम् गगनसदृशम् मेघवर्णम् शुभाङ्गम् लक्ष्मीकान्तम् कमलनयनम् योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यम् वन्दे विष्णुम् भवभयहरम् सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। यम् ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति सामगाः ध्यानावस्थितसद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यम् योगिनः यस्यान्तम् न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। नारायणम् नमस्कृत्य नरम् चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीम् सरस्वतीम् व्यासम् ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धम् गीतामृतम् महत्। गीताशास्त्रमिदम् पुण्यम् यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः। एकम् शास्त्रम् देवकीपुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकम् तस्य देवस्य सेवा। ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः।
त्रिविक्रमवर्य ह्यः उषा आर्यय पृष्टमासीत् यत् एतत् शङ्कराचार्य भाष्यसहितं वेब्सैट् कथं लभ्यते, कुत्र लभ्यते इति।
तत्रैव अस्ति, एकक्षणम् इदानीमेव प्रेषयामि।
अपि च दर्शयतु कथं तत्र वेब्सैट् आगन्तव्यं, कथम् आन् करणीयं
किमपि नास्ति,
शङ्कराचार्यस्य भाष्यमिति।
बहु साधु, बहु सरलमेव। भगवद्गीता.io इति अस्य वेब्सैट् नाम। अहं प्रेषितवान्, इदानीं लिङ्क् अपि प्रेषितवान्, तत्रैव अस्ति। सर्वे अपि अत्र आगन्तुं शक्नुवन्ति। एतत् साधु एवञ्च गीता सूपर् सैट् अपि बहु सम्यक् अस्ति अत्र we can choose which commentaries and translations we want.
Yeah, I could able to get by looking at this one, the Bhagavad Gita.io. I could see that, but this link I couldn't see and type and find in my browser because it seems to be bigger. Can you just please copy and put it in the group
Yes,
so that we can?
I am doing it right now.
Dhanyawada.
Yes.
अपि च कृपया एकवारं वित् न्यू टैब कृपया दर्शयतु भगवद्गीता.io कथम् आगन्तव्यम् इति.
अस्ति एवम् आगत्य रीड् नौ इति कर्तव्यम् अथवा अत्र you can choose which chapter you want, and once you choose the chapter, this is how it shows. It only gives the summaries of each of these shlokas, and you can particularly click on one of these shlokas to go to the shloka itself.
एतत् आदिशङ्कराचार्यस्य भाष्येन सह वर्तते वा तदपि क्लिक् करणीयं कुत्रचित्?
अत्र पूर्वम् अत्र केवलं चत्वारि दिनेषु पूर्वेषु अत्र there were these options just like in the Gita super site, right? There are these options to choose the translations and commentaries. This also had those options, but they somehow removed it very recently.
ओ एवम् अस्तु. अत्र मोबैल् मध्ये तद् न दृश्यते एव, आदिशङ्कराचार्यस्य भाष्यं न दृश्यते एव, अतः एव पृष्टम्. अस्तु, धन्यवादः.
Oh yeah, somehow they removed it, or I don't know what they did, but anyways, this is there. This definitely you can see. This Gita super set is super good. We are just trying to avoid it because it also gives the translation by default. Of course, we can turn it off. I was thinking maybe dark mode would be more suitable for everybody, so I was using this one. If everybody is fine with light mode, then I can just switch there. We can directly use that Gita super site as our primary source.
The star mode is okay because, like, those, especially for kind of me, like with little lesser vision, and also it's good for eyes.
Yes,
Not having too much of brightness. Yeah,
true, ma'am.
that's my suggestion. But
Yeah, it's up to you guys. If any of you want light mode, or if everybody is fine with dark mode, we can just continue here. Not really a difference between the two. All right, we will continue. Hopefully, my voice is clear. I am right now in my village, and everything is fine. Everything is clear. Everything is sharing properly. Can you guys confirm? Can one of you confirm, please?
Yes.
Astu.
Very clear.
Okay. So in the last discussion, अद्य वक्तुं न शक्यते. अस्तु महोदय, चिन्ता मास्तु. भवती टैप् कृत्वा अस्माकं बुद्धिं प्रेरयतु. इदानीं so we have seen Krishna telling us that what happens, or how a yogi lets go of his body. He said, Kavim Puranam Nushasitaram Anoraniyam Anoraniyam Sam Anusmaredyah Sarvasya Dhataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat Prayanakale Manasachalena Bhaktya Yuktah Yoga Balena Chaiva भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् satam param purusham upaiti divyam. We saw the meanings and we discussed in a great detail about how Krishna is explaining, or this is the way of how to do dehatyaga in yoga. Okay, so let's go to the next shlokam.
You want me to read?
Yeah, you can read it. Yes.
Yadaksharam vedavido vadanti
यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति
विशन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः
विशन्ति यद्यतयो वीतरागाः
यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति
यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति
तत्ते पदं सङ्ग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये।
तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये. Oh, प्रवक्ष्ये. I will say. What will we say? Sangrahena pravakshe. I will explain in summary. Te padam charanti. These people go to some padam, the ultimate point that they eventually reach. Who are these people? Vedaksharam vedavidaha vadanti. Yad aksharam vedavidaha yad aksharam vadanti. Vishanti यद्यतः वीतरागाः यत् यतः यतः means to go, right?
Yad yatayah yati the
यत् यतयः क्षम्यताम् यत् यतयः वीतरागाः विषयन्ति. Okay, first he is saying यद् अक्षरं वेदविदः वदन्ति. What is, like, the vedavidaha, those who know Vedas, or those who have jnana, those who are jnanis, they talk about this aksharam. They talk vadanti ityukte talk aksharam vadanti. They talk about this aksharam, the thing that does not decay, that does not change. Iti. Evancha yat yatayaha, yatis, the sannyasis, without any fear, vitaragaha, vishanti. They talk about this again. Chintanam karoti iti va vishanti ityukte mahodaya.
Yat vishanti, that padam which they enter. Vishanti
Vishanti.
pravishanti.
Oh, enter. Amamam pravishanti iti. Vishanti is pravishanti. They enter. Yat padam pravishanti. Vitaragaha, without any raga, the ultimate point where they enter. Yadichhatah brahmacharyam charanti. What by having the ichha for what? All these people do brahmacharya. Tat padam sangrahena pravakshe. I will tell about that thing, that aksharam, the place where these yatis go to, these Vedavidaha talk about, and everybody is doing brahmacharya in order to attain it. I will explain it in summary. Iti uktavan. I hope my understanding is clear. Any comments before we go to English translation?
I was just thinking this word aksharam, like it also means like alphabet. So what is the connection between both? I know that akshar like is starting and end of the alphabet. So that is one thing which I have heard. So that's a different way of splitting the word aksharam, right? So akshar means
Actually,
I also. Is there any
the
like
Akshara, if you remember in this Shlokas first and second of this chapter, this one, Adhyaya, Akshara is like which doesn't end, that is Paramatma. So that is the reference here.
that's the reference here? So there's no like, real
No, it's not related to the Akshara.
Oh,
That is alphabets or the
sure.
letters.
No. You can say that Shabda Brahma is also Aksharam. So all the words that we say are different forms of the same Shabda Brahma. And when we read shlokas, when we say anything, we are actually doing Shabda Brahmopasana. When we are reading some Vyakarana or doing some kind of Tattva Chintana, all of that is considered to be Shabda Brahmopasana. So you can absolutely take this Aksharam to be Shabda Brahma.
Oh, in the sense of like paravak, as they say, there's different levels of vak. They say, right? This Vaikari is the outward like voice. Madhyama is like more internal in the manas with concepts and all that. And Pashyanti is like even more subtle, like level of feeling, vibration, something like that. And Paravak is
Actually,
this
Pashyanti is the
yeah, that is,
thing that it is the internal monologue that is happening, right? Like the
hmm.
heart itself is talking. So that is the
But what
uh,
is Madhyama then? Like that's also internal, right?
Madhyama. I thought it was very, very low speech. Like nobody else is able to hear you, only you are able to hear it.
Oh, okay. I don't. Maybe there are some different because I've heard this explained like this. I'll check it out.
Oh, might be. You might be right. You might
Yeah,
be right.
I'll just look it up and after this. Yeah.
Okay. I might be wrong. Yeah.
Huh.
So any more observations or
अत्र अक्षरमिति शब्दः ओंकारार्थकम् इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते
Mhm.
यतः आगामी श्लोकाः तदेव वर्णयन्ति इति मम मतिः
तत्तु अस्ति तदेव शब्दब्रह्मन्
हम्म
ओङ्कारः एव शब्दब्रह्मन्
आम्।
अस्तु so we'll quickly go to the translation यत् अक्षरं which imperishable वेदविदाः वदन्ति the scholars of Vedas describe विशन्ति यत् यततः oh sorry यतयः वीतरागाः free from raga these yatis vishanti they enter what do they enter and yat ichhantaha desiring what brahmacharyam charanti people practice brahmacharyam okay does not necessarily mean celibacy brahmartham yah charati charanameva brahmacharyam इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते the one who is trying to understand brahma he is a brahmachari that practices brahmacharya so not necessarily of course celibacy can be a part of it but I feel like this is a more wider term tatte padam sangrahena pravaksha I will explain it in brief so I will briefly tell you about the immutable goal which the knowers of Vedas declare those who are diligent free from attachment and aspire for it enter into it people practice celibacy for it iti yuktam let us see what Shankaracharya has to say. Any comment before we go to Shankara Bhashyam? No? Astu. Yat aksharam charati aksharam. Oh, Yat aksharam means what? Na charati iti aksharam. Avinashi iti arthaha. Vedavidaha वेदार्थज्ञानाः वदन्ति क्षम्यतां वेदार्थज्ञाः वदन्ति वेदविदः इत्युक्ते वेदार्थज्ञः इति the ones who know the vedartha those are vedavit vadanti they talk about this tadva etadaksharam gargi brahmana abhivadanti so he is saying that in gargi brahmana this comes up kim iti shrute atra he has given the mantra number like he has given the mantra number and saying that according to this shruti according to this mantra sarva vishesha nivartaka nivartakatvena sarva vishesha nivartakatvena abhivadanti asthulamana asthulam ananu इत्यादि सर्वविशेषनिवर्तकत्वेन सर्वविशेषनिवर्तकत्वेन किम् अस्य अर्थः महोदय विशेषान् निवर्तयति इति वा निवर्तकत्वेन निवर्तकत्वं
they all the visheshanas they come back not able to describe this padartha Sarva Vishesha Nivartakatvena. That which shoos away all the Visheshanas.
Abhivadanti asthulam ananu iti. Asthulam ananu. The thing that is not sthulam is not anuva. Is that right?
And Ityadi means there are other descriptors of Brahman, which is like Asthulam, Ananu, and so on, is what he is trying to say.
Oh, I see.
Basically, it is an example to say Sarva Vishesha Nivartakam. It cannot be described by any positive feature.
तदेव अस्थूलम् अनणु आम् अणोरणीयान् इत्यादिकमस्ति खलु द स्मालेस्ट् आफ् द स्माल् आर् द बिग्गेस्ट् आफ् द बिग् द्ववपि सन्ति किञ्च विशन्ति प्रविशन्ति so he's continuing there vishanti means pravishanti that is to enter सम्यग् दर्शन प्राप्तौ सम्यक् दर्शन प्राप्तौ सत्यं यत् यततः यतनशीलाः सन्यासिनः वीतरागाः वीतः रागः वीतः विरागः क्षम्यतां वीतः विगतः रागः येभ्यां ते वीतरागाः. Okay, he's slowly explaining the verse, the second line. He's saying that these pravishanti, kim pravishanti? Samyak darshana praptau. In order to get samyak darshana, nice darshana or sakshatkara of this whatever this thing they are talking about, satyam yat yatataha. So they are obtaining or they are moving towards satyam. Yatanashilaha, those who have those who do prayatna, satyam. Oh, kshameta. Satyam yat. Tu satyam. Amam. Satyam. Kim satyam?
एतत् सती सप्तमी प्रयोगः इति उच्यते सम्यक् दर्शन प्राप्तौ सत्यामिति
Oh, ayyo, that ayyo, janami mahodaya. So having obtained this samyak darshana iti khalu. Having obtained the sakshatkara atma sakshatkara yat yatataha yatanashilaha means those who do prayatna. Sanyasinaha, these sanyasinaha, what are they like? They are Vitaragaha. Vitaragaha ityukte kim? What is the meaning of Vitaragaha? Vitaha, Vigataha, those who have let go of, or Ragaha. Ragaha, Vigataha. The Raga has left them alone. That is the actual meaning, but it means they don't have Raga. Tebhyaha, te Vitaragaha. These people are Vitaragaha. And these people यत् यततः क्षम्यतां यत् यतयः यतनशीलाः यतयः इत्युक्ते यतनशीलाः वा oh he is describing yati to be yatanashila the one who does prayatna is a yati okay
It is also interesting to note how many times in Bhagavad Gita they use the word Vita Raga, where Raga itself has left this person, not that the person has left Raga.
correct
The person has become so unchanging and unfazed that Raga itself has gone away by itself.
यच्च अक्षरमिच्छतः ज्ञातुम् इति यच्च अक्षरमिच्छतः ज्ञातुम् इति व्याख्यशेषः ब्रह्मचर्यम् च अक्षरमिच्छतः ज्ञातुम् oh ragas have entered us what ragas ma'am these gana ragas it's a good thing hopefully we can sing now that raga has entered us all right यच्च अक्षरमिच्छतः ज्ञातुम् इति वाक्यशेषः ब्रह्मचर्यं किं ज्ञातुमिच्छतः वाक्यशेषः किम् ब्रह्मचर्यं
Aksharam ichchanta means here jnatum iti.
in order to obtain aksharam or to understand or obtain aksharam इच्छन्तः इत्युक्ते ज्ञातुम् इति वाक्यशेषः किं वाक्यशेषः किं शेषः
No, he's saying aksharam jnatum ichchantah instead of he Shankaracharya is saying he must have put the word jnatum, but he's saying it is adhyaya. It is understood that aksharam jnatum ichchantah. So that is vakya shesha, means a part of the sentence was left out. Supposedly, he is adding it. You can't desire the aksharam. You can only desire to know the aksharam. That is what he is trying to say.
Oh, evam. I see. Brahmacharyam gurau sharanti आचरन्ति तत् ते पदं तत् अक्षराख्यं पदं पदनीयं ते तव संग्रहेण संग्रहः संक्षेपः तेन संक्षेपेण प्रवक्ष्ये लक्षणम् ब्रह्मचर्यं गुरौ चरन्ति एतत् किं ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति ब्रह्मचर्यम् इत्युक्ते गुरौ इति वा चरन्ति इत्युक्ते आचरन्ति
अत्रापि ममापि संशयः अस्ति ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति आचरन्ति इति गुरौ इति शब्दः प्रायः अन्यत्र युज्यते
अत्र एकवारं पश्यामः maybe there is some rendering error. Let's see. Oh yeah, they have okay. This is good. They have also highlighted the words in the shloka as opposed to those that are the explanations by Shankaracharya. Let's see. Oh, etad abhavat yoga balena iti. Agreement. ब्रह्मचर्यं गुरौ चरन्ति आचरन्ति तत्ते पदम् इत्युक्ते तत् अक्षराख्यं पदं पदनीयं ते तव संग्रहेण संग्रहः संक्षेपः तेन संक्षेपेण प्रवक्ष्ये कथयिष्यामि. So he is just explaining. He is not okay. This explanation is not clear. What exactly brahmacharya means? He is just saying gurau.
When we see to the left side, no, Gurav is clearly written as teacher who stays in the word like sixth, I think you can see there.
Yes, right here.
Celibacy after that it is there.
Okay. People charanti practice brahmacharyam celibacy at the teacher's house.
And teacher's house. So here Guru is teacher. Or Guru
charanti. Oh, Gurau brahmacharyam acharanti. When they are in the house of Guru, they are learning something. Oh, in the sense that when they are in that brahmacharya ashrama, they are actually supposed to be at the Guru's house and they are doing brahmacharya. Iti va mahodaya.
Oh, interesting.
इत्येव खलु ब्रह्मचर्याश्रमे कुत्र भवति ब्रह्मचारिः गुरोः गृहे भवति तः गुरौ ब्रह्मचर्यं चरति एवं खलु
Aham manye, I think this is an interpolation. I don't see it necessary for him to have introduced this concept because, like you rightly said, I see brahmacharyam in a more general context to mean all spiritual sadhana towards achieving the ultimate would be that.
True.
This is my opinion.
I also think that, I would also think that Guru's house, literally is not, So that doesn't seem to be there in the verse, right?
It's
If
not there.
it would also be fair to say that brahmacharya is whatever the guru tells you to do. Like anushasanam, in a sense, is like whatever has been told is what you have to like do. So whatever the guru tells is what you have to do. So that I understand. If brahmacharya they are saying is gurus as guru seva, doing whatever the guru says. But I don't know, like is there any reference which says that it means in the guru's house as such?
Uh,
Actually, they are given a references of different this one within the same shloka, no, like some Puranas or something like Ka Uttarakanda, something like from something is there, right? And moreover, it's only Guru Parampara we lost in recent couple of century, but earlier there was always a Gurukula and Shishyas used to study over there.
Okay.
So this is contextual. Now it is not there, but only thing is we are like almost like Ekalavya. We think of a guru and then I mean we are blessed if you have. Otherwise, it may not be applicable.
yeah, yeah,
So,
it's fine.
but here in this case, guru being near the guru or in the gurukula is more applicable and yeah.
Huh. Maybe it will make sense. Like it was taken for granted that people will practice spirituality
No,
in the
by
guru's.
default, by default.
Okay.
Brahmacharya, they used to immediately after this one Upanayana, they'll definitely were sent to Gurukula, right, for the study.
Hmm.
So at that time, definitely they were near Guru. So obviously, this explanation, justifies.
Hmm.
At this
May not
juncture,
be
I
correct.
would just like to add, for this, besides the topic, but since we are talking about Gurukula, there is a very nice lecture by Dr. Aarti where she talks about that even females used to attend the Gurukulas and they used to be separate girls only Gurukulas. So I just wanted to make that point. Yeah,
Oh, please share the video. I like Dr. Aarti's talks a lot. I've listened to some of hers. Please
yeah.
share
She
on.
used it with reference, and even Miss Sahana Singh is also another researcher who works on this area of interest, where she is collecting evidence from the old scriptures and such to demonstrate and rebut the idea that only men and only from a particular caste were allowed education. It is not so.
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, I remember seeing her video on. She was saying that this whole concept, gender equality, was like there in terms of like both husband and wife worked. I remember seeing that. Like she made the point that like grihastha and grahini, like people worked on the same occupation together. It's not that one is better than the other. And that she said the entire concept of housewife and man working is like a very recent thing with which came with industrialization. That made a lot of sense.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry for the going away from the point, but yeah.
Darshana ji has something to say on
Yes,
the chat.
absolutely, ma'am. Even girls, like whenever we do puja of Devi, we do the samarpana of Yajnopavita. Why do they do? Why do we do it? If that paddhati is not there. All right, we will continue. Uh, yeah. So he's saying that all these people. So Shankaracharya is saying that those people who are brahmacharis, who are at their guru's house, they do brahmacharya palana. So right now we can take it in a more, as everybody has said, we can take it in a more broader context, saying that everybody who does brahmacharya, what are they doing for? What is their ichha? Kimartham kurvanti? Aksharam ichchataha iti. So actually the word is there ichchataha. Kim ichchataha iti. What exactly are they wanting? They are wanting aksharatvam or aksharam ichchataha, right? So in order to obtain that aksharam, whatever we are doing, even this uh, can be thought of as something in line with that. So tatte padam. So tatte padam ityukte. He is saying that aksharaksham padam. So we have said that akshara. What exactly that does mean? Padam padaniyam iti. The place where we want to go or which should be gone to. Te tava sangrahena. So I will explain that to you. Sangrahena. What does sangrahena means? Sangrahaha means what? Sankshepaha. That means in brief. Tena sankshepeena pravakshe. I will tell you. Kathahishyami iti. I will explain it to you iti. Sa yaha havai. Etat kim? I think these are the oh, you can read these mantras if you know them. These are mantras, right? If I These are directly from. Okay, they are also giving us the references. Shankaracharya has noted these two mantras from Brahmana. भवान् पठितुं शक्यते वा महोदय?
आमाम्
वेदान्
स
पठतु.
यो ह वै तद्भगवन्मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तम् ओङ्कारम् अभ्यधायीत कथमं वा वसतेन लोकं जयतीति तस्मै स होवाच एतद्वै सत्यकाम परञ्च ब्रह्म यदोङ्कारः इत्युपक्रम्य यः पुनरेतम् त्रिमात्रेणोम् इत्येतेनैवाक्षरेण परम् अभिध्यायीत स सामभिरुन्नीयते ब्रह्मलोकमित्यादिना वचनेन धर्माद् अन्यत्राधर्माद् इति च उपक्रम्य सर्वे वेदा यत्पदमामनन्ति तपांसि सर्वाणि स यद्वदन्ति यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण ब्रवीम्योम् इत्येतत् इत्यादिभिश्च वचनैः परस्य ब्रह्मणो वाचकरूपेण प्रतीकरूपेण वा परब्रह्मप्रतिपत्तिसाधनत्वेन मध्यमबुद्धीनां विविक्षितस्य ओङ्कारस्य उपासनं कालान्तरे मुक्तिफलम् उक्तम् यत् तदेव इहापि कविं पुराणमनुशासितारं यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति इति च उपन्यस्तस्य परस्य ब्रह्मणः पूर्वोक्तरूपेण प्रतिपत्त्युपायभूतस्य ओङ्कारस्य कालान्तरमुक्तिफलम् उपासनं योगधारणासहितं वक्तव्यं प्रसक्तानुप्रसक्तं च यत्किञ्चित् इत्येवमर्थः उत्तरो ग्रन्थ आरभ्यते. He is basically saying, he's quoting, like you rightly said, from all the Upanishads where a very similar tone. In fact, this entire verse itself has been taken verbatim from that Katha Upanishad. Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti Tapamsi Sarvani sa Yadvadanti Yadichanto Brahmacharyam Charanti Tatte Padam Sangrahena Bravimi Om Ityetat. That is exactly taken from Katha Upanishad. There, yeah. So he is basically saying that Aksharam here refers to, as the Upanishads have told, can refer to both the Paramatma and the Sanketa Rupa. It's a Pratimavat. It's an embodiment, it's a symbol for that greater being, which is Omkara. And Omkara Upasana has, by Kalantara, by practice in the Yugas, have come to also become Mukti Phalam. It can also denote the Mukti Phala itself. And hence, Kalantara Mukti Phalam Upasanam. Therefore, with the flow of time, the Omkara Upasana itself, through Yoga Dharana, has become the ordained practice for Yatayaha. This is the gist.
Yeah, so that's basically it. Dhanyavadaha. Any observations before we move to the next shloka? No?
Just that if Omkara, like it's nice that we were discussing like Akshara and Shabda Brahma. So at the same time, we are also like Right here is specifically mentioned that Omkara is the main
Yes,
Upasana.
that's it. That's the Aksharam. That is the Omkaram. So, in the sense that what he is saying is initially this comes up these. The first one is from Brahmana. The second one
Hmm.
is from Kathopanishad. And
Hmm.
basically, he's saying that these words have been exactly the same. Like this is what Yama says to Nachiketa, and later
Hmm.
on, by understanding this, the Yatis, the sannyasis do the upasana of Omkara in order to get mukti.
Hmm.
That is what he is just noting the historical facts as well.
Ah.
And yeah, so I think because Shankaracharya knows what is coming, just like Sudarshana knows what is going to happen in the next shloka. He already knows the answer that it's Omkara that this Krishna is talking about. So he's just directly saying that this is Omkara, that this discussion is happening about Omkara,
Ah.
right?
Ah.
And he's also noting that Puranam, Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram, etc., are also pointing to the same thing. They are not
Hmm.
really pointing to anything else. Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti Ityadikam Apicha Atra. So this shloka also, like all of it is referring to the same thing. And that Aksharam basically means that Shabda Brahma, that is Omkara.
Hmm.
Pranava, they are basically all referring to Pranav.
Yes.
Exactly. I was about to say the same thing.
That Shabda Brahman Pranam.
Mm.
One thing I have.
Yes, ma'am.
In the ninth or 10th and 11th, not sorry, ninth and 10th, it says about the person who has held his pranavayu, that is this one, and between the eyebrows can reach the Parabrahma. Okay, that is one sadhana, this one. And here it is Eti who has given up the ragas and this one and who follow. So I was trying to understand that how sequentially the next or succeeding shlokas are detailing or correlating to the previous. Because what I say is, in the previous it says those who can hold the this one, Prit and this one. Okay, 8.9 and 10. Okay, 11 is talking about Yati and Viraga. So how they are, relating? Are they in the same direction, or
Yes.
if they are in the same direction, how much the subsequent shloka is supporting the previous this one shloka?
It is just continuing, ma'am, actually. Here, first, Krishna is telling what happens to a yogi or what does a jnani do. The one who has this yoga bala, who has been practicing this yoga since a long, long time, and now at the end of his life, he is willingly letting go of his prana, right? He is not leaving it to chance, right? Uh, so
Okay.
So in the sense that
So,
if you remember, right, Shaishavebhyasta Vidyanam Yavane Vishayeshinam Vardhakye Munivrittinam Yogena Ante Tanutyajamiti. This is what even Kalidasa says. Of course, it is directly connecting to the Varnashrama Dharma and everything.
mm,
But the point is, Yogena Ante Tanutyajam. You have to let go of your body through yoga. So it's a practice that you follow. I
mm,
can share some videos that I found extremely interesting and useful, although I have not yet completed the whole thing. It's a list of some
okay.
10 or 15 videos of basic pranayama, etc., where he goes into theory and why we are doing it, what exactly is the point, etc. He's a non-Indian person. I think he's an American, but he has done a lot of research into it. So it's very interesting to see. What he says is that the point is our rishis have noticed the fact that we have two kinds of brain. One is the one that is buddhi, and then there is also the other guy, which is the fear center, etc. So by doing this pranayama and holding your breath, what happens is that you can slowly make that part of your brain quieten down, and eventually what happens is that so initially we have a lot of urge to take in breath as soon as if you try to stop your breathing for a few minutes. you will have a great urge to take in a breath. So by practicing this pranayama, what they do is they slowly let go of that control, where they do not feel that urge to take the breath for longer and longer periods of time. And the point is that they try to loosen the control of this fear center and the older parts or evolutionarily older parts of the brain. And by quietening it down, the prefrontal cortex or the decision making part becomes more active, and through that they are able to see everything more clearly, and they are able to be in that yoga sthiti.
Okay, so from 8.8, this in Shloka onwards, what I understand is there is an introduction of Akshara, means Abhyasa Yoga, and then it talks about what is yoga and then stuff, how to hold this one. And next year it is come in this 11th, it is talking about who is Yogi or Yati, or I mean, sorry, Yati, like that. Okay, now I
No,
got
no, no.
the sequence of it.
He's
Yeah.
saying I'll let you know what this aksharam, what exactly are all these people trying to get.
Yeah, correct.
So I'll just explain you what.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll
yeah,
see.
then. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Agrimam shlokam. Kaha pathati?
Yes, shall I read?
Yeah,
Uh,
please.
सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य
सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य
मनोहृदि निरुध्य च
मनोहृदि निरुध्य च
मूर्ध्याधायात्मनः प्राणम्
ध्याधायात्मनः प्राणम्
अस्थितो योगधारणाम्
अस्थितो योगधारणाम् प्राणम् no प्राणम् प्राणमास्थितो योगधारणाम्
Oh,
आस्थितो
आस्थितो okay.
या आस्थितो योगधारणाम्
Ah,
ओके अस्य अर्थः किम् इति प्रयत्नं कुर्मः सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य by niyantrana samyamya means to do niyantrana or control sarvadvarani uh, sarvadvarani means all the doors of the body. I think they are referring to the closing the eyes, closing the mouth, shutting down the ears, uh, gaining control over everything else, all the different faculties in our own body. Manaha hrudi niruddhya cha, the manas niruddhya means yeah manovrit chittavritti nirodha iti krutva, by calming down all the thoughts in the mind iti manye. Let's see. Murdhya adhyatmanah adhyatmanah pranam आस्थितः योगधारणाम्. Okay. Murdhya, murdhni means what? Murdha means palate, right? Or is it? Oh, it's the head, top of the head. Murdha
Okay.
means, right? Yeah, Murdha means the top of the head, the crown. Adhyatmanaha pranam आस्थितः yogadharanam. Mm, no, not really. I don't understand this actually. Can anybody else try?
सर्वद्वाराणि अर्थात योगी सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य controlling all, he's shutting down all the entrances to his body and mind. Mano hridi nirudhya, putting his mind into the heart and stopping it there. Here heart means the core of being. Murdhni, in the head, at the top of the head, like you rightly said, at the sahasrara. Atmanaha pranam adhaya, putting, concentrating all the pranas from the body and channeling and funneling it up till the crown of the chakra, sorry, the crown chakra. As yoga dharana mastitaha, this is when he has said to have entered the state of yoga dharana.
एवं वा? Okay. Let's see. We'll use this site. So, okay. Hopefully you all can see my screen. सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनः हृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्नि आधाय आत्मानः. Oh, अध्यात्मनः आधाय आत्मनः क्षम्यताम्. प्राणम् आस्थितः योगधारणम्. This is the yogic concentration. Having controlled all the senses, confined the mind in the heart, and fixed his own vital forces in the head, he should remain firm in yoga. So he's explaining what a yogi does. Okay. Any observations here?
Can we just go to the English two sentences? This one meaning.
Yes, the translation.
Here, having controlled all senses, confined the mind in the heart. Where is the mind then?
So what actually it means is that basically in yoga what they say is you do the lina of the panchendriyas into manas, and then you do lina of this manas into atma. Is that
Okay.
correct? I think I'm.
And also in the
Yeah.
next, this one, and fixing his own vital forces in the head. One is heart and another is head, and he should remain firm in yoga. So mind, where is,
No, no.
it might be a
Rather,
stupid question.
no,
Where
no.
is the mind present in the body physically?
It's not present, ma'am. It's a concept. Mind is not a physical thing.
This is only this one. Okay.
Yeah.
And one more thing, like, can we just go to the same English one?
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry for. And
No
fixing
problem.
his own vital force.
Yeah, prana.
Vital force. What is the vital force? Is prana?
Yes, prana. So basically, he is saying that
Yeah, got it.
this yogi, if you go by the chakras, he is saying that uh, the Shakti, it raises from the, of course, this came up before as well, right? Starting from the Mooladhara, like raises his vital, like he raises that Shakti into the Sahasrara. That is what Murdhni is referring to, the crown of the head,
Mhm.
Sahasrara
Mm.
chakra.
Mm.
Right? He is saying that he puts it there and stays, like, makes it stay there. Uh, Murdhni Adhya Adhaya Atmanaha. So that is what it
Adayat,
means.
adayat manaha.
Adhaya means
Adayat manaha.
having nicely placed. Adhaya. Pranam Murdhnim Adhaya. Murdhni Adhaya. Diva? Yeah. That's basically it. Uh,
Like
any
you
other?
rightly said, to just add, Sarvadvarani is in the Ashtanga Yoga, the Pratyahara component, that is retreating all the senses away from the objects and shutting them down, is called Pratyahara, which is very similar to Sarvadvarani Samyamya. And then Mano Hridi Niruddhya. So here, Manas, meaning the receptacle of sense organs, which is the seat of emotions, must be placed at the Hrida. And like you rightly said, it is the Anahata Chakra. At that meaning, all the emotions have gone back to their sources. And then the prana, where from the Sahasrara, all pranas are said to spring and come down into the body. So all the prana also has gone back to its original source. So in such a way, the yoga dharana has begun. After pratyahara is dharana.
Right.
If we really had to practice this, to even minutest this one, then in that case, what is this? How do we?
Ma'am,
I don't know how
actually,
the prana is going to be. How to
no. Actually,
do the
ma'am,
prana?
starting out, it's actually this is the ultimate culmination. Actually, he's not talking about a beginner here. He's talking about a yogi who is advanced enough, and he
Okay.
has completely shut off everything. but it's not as hard as like all of this. Like when describing it, it sounds extremely hard, right? It sounds like it's not even possible for us. But I feel like if we start doing it slowly, right? First of all, I think I can recommend everybody to do mindfulness meditation, not even something else. Any kind of I'm not saying any tantric or yogic meditation. I'm just saying mindfulness, where you just try to be aware of your own thoughts and emotions and everything. That's a very very good place to start, where you are able to clearly see that there is a lot of difference, or you are able to observe that you are not the thoughts, and only after after doing this for a while, one is able to completely accept the fact that and realize the fact that he truly is not the mind, in the sense that it is although we might say, because we have read some theory from different upanishads, or we have learned we have gone to some talks, etc. It is very easy for us to say that mano buddhi ahankara chitta ninaham, etc. We can sing those stotras, but to actually see that to be true for ourselves, like this is one, like mindfulness meditation is one practice to do, where you just sit there and try to observe your thoughts. You try to concentrate on the breath, and whenever some thought comes, you just let it go. You don't hold on to it, you don't fight it, you just let it go. You just see them as passing clouds. Of course, for the clouds we don't really have any kind of control. We are just observing them, and they are moving. So the point is also to let go of this control over what kind of thoughts are coming and how long they stay, how short. Like, you will be surprised, in the sense that this is what neural science also says. Whenever we get some emotion, it might be extreme emotion, sadness or anger, etc. It actually, the response only lasts for 30, like 1.5 minutes or maximum 2 minutes. But the thing that keeps it going is our us thinking about it over and over, us mulling over it. We keep on thinking it about the situation in different ways, and we keep the emotion alive. uh, so
I just had a discussion with my elder, this one, and about a concentration. The same thing, Abhyasa Yoga, I was just talking. He has practiced with because of his elders or a guide, this one. And he said to start with is to watch agarbatti burning without closing eyes.
yes, ma'am,
That's
that is
how it
even
starts, and then
Trataka.
it seems even if it is burning, we'll not be able to see that red burning color. And after some minutes or something like that, there will be a sweetness sense or a taste in the tip of the tongue. It seems so. This is one guidance, because what I understand is, definitely Bhagwan has given this Bhagavad Gita to follow. If we cannot practically at least one hundredth of it we can't implement, then it becomes very theoretical. That's
Yes,
what I was trying to understand. Why, at least if you cannot implement, at least understand what actually it says and relate to our life. That's all.
absolutely, ma'am.
Yeah,
Swalpavapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya.
yeah,
Just trying to follow it slightly itself saves us from a lot of fear.
yeah.
So yeah, the point that I'm just trying to make is that, yeah, some kind of practice. Just as she said, I think it's called Tratakam, as far as I have heard, where you keep on observing some burning flame, or like agarbatti as well, where everything else goes blank and you're only observing one thing. Uh, yeah, that's basically where we start, and then eventually, this is what I think, although I don't have experience of it. You start with this, and then you do dharana, and some units of dharana. So there is actually, like, there was this yoga book, that like a meditation book I bought. uh, I read a bit of it some time ago, where it explains that some six dharanas or 12 dharanas is one dhyana, and doing so many dhyanas amounts to one samadhi, etc. So I don't exactly know, but yeah, basically some kind of practice. So although Krishna is making it sound extremely hard or something that cannot be achieved by normal humans, but we can see that this is obtained by normal humans. They are not superhuman. All those people who actually do this and go into the samadhi, etc.
And
Uh,
and one more thing, or a period of this, there are also samsaris just like us. They have practiced like Vedana, I mean, the Tapa has practiced it, and they can alleviate or something like that. They lose the gravity itself, the force, and they'll be floating, physically floating. That kind of situation also arises once they practice same Abhyasa Yoga. I'm just sharing, what learned one has done. So probably this is gradually getting into the this kind of state. What is mentioned in the Shloka 8.12. Yeah.
but in fact, that book actually warns us. The book I was reading says
Mhm.
that as you keep doing meditation, you will get different kinds of siddhis, or you will get different kinds of experiences, right? Extraordinary experiences of different kinds of things. And it says that these are just that, these are still experiences. Let go of them and move on. If you don't let go of them and you're stuck with them, you won't be able to go ahead. So that is also one thing I would like to add. Because as far as I've heard from my elders, they say that there are so many of these people who start doing all these kinds of meditation and things, and eventually what happens is they get some kind of siddhi, and as soon as they get that siddhi, they stop doing the meditation. They are happy with what they have. Right.
No, but I don't think what Vikram Varya has said is in relation to any person as such. He has just made a generic statement.
Yes. So the point that I'm trying to say is, even if somebody is able to levitate, does not mean they are like they're experiencing Brahman. It is good to have, like, somebody might have siddhis, definitely, uh, but that is not the end all be all. That's all. That is the observation I'm trying to make. No offense at all. Hopefully, I did not offend anybody. Uh, Usha ma'am.
Also, just wanted to add that, so there are many meditation methods as well. So, as you mentioned, we can absolutely start off with some simple ones. But the best thing, as Adi Shankaracharya mentioned in the earlier like verse, also is to go to a guru. And so, beyond like the basic meditations, like ultimately all of this, especially what he mentioned in this verse, it comes with Guru's grace only, and by following what the Guru has taught. So that's the best way to do anything. So even though there are things that we can start with, like you said, some mindfulness meditation. And like also, like there are in many sampradayas, like it's not that meditation is taught. So in many like yogic sampradayas, it's taught as a separate thing, pranayama and meditation. But in many sampradayas, meditation comes in the form of a mantra which the guru gives. So that itself that combines everything. So yeah, there are differences between all. So there are many kinds. So I just wanted to like mention that.
That's true. Ma'am, Usha ma'am, is this fine? Hopefully, I did not offend you. No. Sudarshana, you're about to say something.
Yeah, so I was just reading the chats for the benefit of the future listeners. So Darshana Arya said, an autobiography of a yogi by Paramahamsa Yogananda mentions that elevation of the physical body happens with intense yoga. So yeah, it's a, you could say, a bonus of uh, having achieved the state of absolute dissolution or absolute absorption, one could say. Correct.
So we'll quickly read Shankara Bhashya and stop today's discussion. सर्वद्वाराणि सर्वाणि च तानि द्वाराणि च सर्वद्वाराणि उपलब्धौ तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य संयमनं कृत्वा मनः हृदि हृदयपुण्डरीके निरोधं कृत्वा निष्प्रचारमापाद्य तत्र वशीकृतेन मनसा हृदयात् ऊर्ध्वगामिन्या नाड्या ऊर्ध्वमारुह्य मूर्ध्नि आधाय आत्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितः प्रवृत्तः योगधारणं धारयितुं तत्रैव च धारयन् okay okay, do you want me to go word by word? Yeah, sarvadvarani meaning sarvani dvarani sarvadvarani, all dvaras. Upalabdhau tani, whichever are whichever you are able to control, tani sarvani samyamya samyamanam krutva to what is it called? Samyamanam means to control. Samyamanam krutva manaha hridi hridaya pundarike. Hridi meaning the lotus or the lotus in the heart. Nirudhya, nirodham krutva. Nirodham means what exactly? Like it's not
Cessation.
Yeah, you have placed it in the heart. Nirodham krutva nishpracharamapadya meaning pracharam ityukte pracharati iti. Okay, so you stop it from going everywhere, you just make it sit at one place. Tatra vashikrutena manasa, with that you have taken hold of or control of this manas. Hridayat urdhvagaminya nadya, through the nadi that is going up, urdhvamaruhya, you make it go up, मूर्ध्नि adhaya, you place it in the मूर्ध्नि, the top of the head. Pranam asthitah pravruttah, pranam asthitah pravruttah yoga dharanam dharayitum. अस्यर्थः किम्? आत्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितः प्रवृत्तः.
सः मूर्ध्नि ऊर्ध्वगामिन्या नाड्या ऊर्ध्वं मूर्ध्नि सहस्रारे आत्मनः प्राणम् आधाय, placing one's own prana at the forehead, at the head. Yogadharanam asthitah, he has pravritta, he has started the process of yogadharana, of dharana, the next step of the Ashtanga yoga.
All right, so any observations before we stop?
Atra uchyate, so it's very important to note here that though of course he is saying all of these to be done as by a certain person, I think bhakti is one marga where all of this happens on its own, where if the mind is absolutely focused on a particular beloved or an object of devotion, as they say, prakriti will take care of itself. So all the pranas, wherever it has emerged from, which is basically the sahasrara, and wherever the mind emerges from, it is told to be hridaya chakra, and wherever the mind will try to escape the body, that is through all the different navadwara, the 9 entrances of the body, all of them are shut. And in fact, he is talking of a meditation which is done at the time of death. That is when you rightly said, when the yogi is choosing instead of leaving it to fate to leave his body, that is when this particular meditative practice is being recommended. This is the final meditation that a yogi will ever do. So by that time, Krishna is assuming that he or she has enough control over oneself that either through yoga they are able to place the mind, the pranas, and the indriyas at their respective origins, uh, or through bhakti or jnana. Otherwise, all of this may happen on its own.
Yes. So where is this bhakti argument coming from exactly? Do you have some kind of source where this is explained in detail? I would really like to know.
I do not know. अहं न जानामि किन्तु I can find some. I have read this somewhere. I forget where, but I will definitely share it on the group. The yatra bhakti. I think from the Narada Bhakti Sutras, it is told when bhakti parama prema rupa bhavati tadanim swasya deha यथा प्रकृति तथा तथा तत्र तथा निवर्तते इति क्वचित् पठितम् अहं
धन्यवादाः.
अतः एव it's not so all this practice though it is recommended as the Raja Yoga, as the Dhyana Yoga component for the yogi and the yoginis, it's I think even Swami Sarvapirananda has spoken about this, that it is not necessarily true that at the time of death, be it a bhakta, jnani, or a yogi, has to follow this very path. Through their own path, all these Kundalini Shaktis will be, self-managed. In fact, there's a very nice incident of, I think you know it better, Swami Tyagaraja is there. And at the very time of his choosing of his death, he utters Omkara, and this idea of levitation also happens where people around him see that he has kind of lifted himself off the ground, and he is praying to fervently to Rama, of course, and then finally at least the observers have said that he breathes his last, finally saying the Omkara. So it's a very nice evidence, I would say, or an anecdote of how a bhakta also inadvertently the body will be doing all these very things. So of course is also with the Jnani. Swami Chandrasekhara Bharati of Sringeri also has an incident where towards the end of his mortal coil, he goes and sits in the Tungabhadra river, and he does the very same thing. He actually goes and submerges himself into the then the swollen river Tungabhadra, and one of his sahacharas described what he exactly does, sitting in a Padmasana and chanting Om, and yeah, of course, these are some cursory details which are mentioned in his life too. So this is an example of how a jnani, or be it a jnani, bhakta, or a yogi, they all kind of land up at the same place.
Another example which is given by Swami Vivekananda and others, the example of gopis in Mathura. Sorry, in Vrindavan. They never really sat down and did jnana yoga particularly, or raja yoga. It was just the intensity of bhakti that made all that, and ultimately resulted in jnana also for them. So, and I think Ramakrishna also has mentioned that in these times, bhakti is the safest path, because we need the support of Ishvara. In general, Kundalini awakening is supposed to be very dangerous. It can have a lot of side effects. It's supposed to be a bit complicated to do, especially if someone is consciously trying to control it or something like that. So that is what is generally told. So bhakti is a very safe way, because the deity actually takes care of a lot of things. The guru takes care of a lot of things. So guru also plays the highly essential role in this, even more than Ishvara. It's often said, there's even this saying that I can find the source, but there's this saying that in the Shastras, that if Ishvara is upset with the sadhaka for any reason, then the guru's grace can help fix that. But if the guru is upset with the sadhaka for any reason, even Ishvara can't do anything. So it's often said that first, like, we need to like prostrate to. If we see the guru and Ishvara like together, it's we should first prostrate to a guru and then only to Ishvara. So yeah, there are these kinds of sayings in shastras to illustrate the importance.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for joining.
Thank
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Namaskara.
నమస్కారాలు. సర్వం శ్రీకృష్ణ
That is
అర్పణమస్తు.
Dhanyawad.
Sarvam Krishnarpanastu.